Hello, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most important aspects of Web3 games, building sustainable game economies and creating player incentives that actually matter. This is a topic that many new creators overlook. They can launch a game, they can mint a token, and players can earn it. But without proper design, the economy quickly collapses, engagement drops, and the game doesn't last. The good news is that with Verse8 and CrossForge, designing a sustainable economy is no longer something only large studios or blockchain experts can do. These tools allow you, as a creator, to focus on game design and player engagement, while handling the complex mechanics of token flow, on-chain minting, and blockchain security. Let's start by talking about why token economics matter in the first place. In any Web3 game, a token is not just a reward, it's a representation of value. Players spend time, skill, and effort to earn these tokens. If the token doesn't have meaningful use, or if there's too much of it floating around, it quickly loses value. Players stop caring. Engagement declines. That's why every token system must be carefully balanced, with mechanisms for earning, spending, and circulating tokens. One of the most important concepts here is the idea of token sinks. Token sinks are ways for players to spend tokens, removing them from circulation. This is critical for maintaining value and preventing inflation. Token sinks can take many forms. For example, in a fantasy arena game, you could allow players to spend tokens to unlock cosmetic items, enter special events, or upgrade abilities. Every time a token is spent meaningfully, it helps stabilize the economy and gives players a reason to earn more. Another key principle is progression loops. A well-designed progression loop gives players clear, repeatable goals that reward them with tokens and other in-game value. Think about it as a cycle. A player enters the game, completes challenges, earns rewards, and uses those rewards to access new content or improve their character. This loop keeps players engaged and encourages long-term retention. With Verse8, you can describe these loops in natural language prompts. For example, you might say, create a dungeon challenge where completing 3 levels awards 10 tokens, and players can spend 30 tokens to unlock a rare item. Verse8 then generates the mechanics, UI, and progression tracking automatically. Now, let's talk about supply and demand balance. In a Web3 game, it's easy to accidentally flood the economy with too many tokens, especially if rewards are too generous or events are too frequent. This can lead to inflation and devalue the player's effort. To prevent this, you can set daily or weekly earning caps, limit redemption rates, and design token sinks that encourage spending. The goal is a circular economy where tokens are earned and spent in ways that reinforce engagement and value. Another aspect that often gets overlooked is player-driven incentives and community governance. One of the unique opportunities of blockchain games is that players can become stakeholders. With CrossForge and Verse8, you can implement systems where players use tokens to vote on new game features, unlock community events, or participate in limited-time challenges. This not only gives players a sense of ownership but also increases retention and loyalty. Players aren't just participating in the game, they are actively shaping its economy and future. Let's go through a practical example. Imagine a strategy card game where players earn a resource called battle points by winning matches. These points can then be redeemed for a token called Strat on Cross. Using Verse8, you could prompt the AI to create a system where 50 battle points equals 1 Strat token. Then, using CrossForge, you can deploy Strat with real liquidity, allowing players to trade it or use it in your in-game marketplace. You could also add token sinks, such as spending Strat to craft new cards, enter premium tournaments, or unlock cosmetic effects. By balancing how battle points are earned, redeemed, and spent, you create a sustainable, self-regulating economy that rewards skill and engagement. It's important to emphasize that testing comes first. Before deploying to mainnet, you can use cross-testnet to simulate token flow, player earning patterns, and spending behavior. Watch how the economy behaves. Are players hoarding tokens? Are sinks being used? Are there bottlenecks that prevent progression? By iterating in testnet, you can make adjustments to earning rates, token redemption, or spending opportunities to ensure a smooth and sustainable experience. One of the reasons Verse8 makes all of this easier is its AI-assisted flexibility. If you notice a problem in the economy, you can simply change your prompt, update the logic, and Verse8 regenerates the game mechanics. You don't need to write new code or redeploy smart contracts manually. This allows you to experiment and iterate much faster than traditional game development, while still maintaining the security and permanence of blockchain integration through Cross. Finally, let's talk about player motivation. A sustainable economy isn't just about numbers, it's about psychology. Players should feel rewarded for their time and effort. They should have meaningful choices about how to spend or invest their tokens. They should feel that their engagement has long-term impact, not just in-game, but within a community they are part of. Tokenized progression, community events, and governance all reinforce this feeling, creating a deeper connection between the player and the game world. To summarize, designing a sustainable game economy with Verse8 and Cross-Forge involves several key elements. Token sinks that stabilize value. Progression loops that reward effort and skill. Balanced supply and demand to prevent inflation. Community-driven incentives that increase retention and loyalty. AI-assisted iteration that allows you to adjust and improve mechanics quickly. And real blockchain integration through Cross, so tokens are meaningful and secure. By applying these principles, you can create a game economy that is engaging, fair, and long-lasting. Verse8 and Cross-Forge give creators the tools to turn ideas into real, sustainable Web3 game experiences, without needing to code or manage complex blockchain infrastructure manually. If you want your game to not only exist but thrive in the long term, focusing on economy design and player incentives is essential. And with Verse8 and Cross-Forge, building that economy has never been more accessible, faster, or more secure.